Got us the West Mall double. And I believe that's how you pronounce it. It might be West Molly or something. But anyway, that's from Belgium, so I can't be too certain. So it's 7%. Here's the label. Trappist. Looks pretty authentic. So let's give this one a pour.
If the West Mall Trappist double, if the West Mall Trappist double, if the West Mall, if the West Mall Trappist double, 7% it's a double double. If the West Mall Trappist double, if the West Mall Trappist double, if the West Mall, if the West Mall Trappist double, 7% it's a double double.
Weak beat. Sorry. Alright. So here we go. Kind of a brownish red. Dark mahogany. Great aroma coming off here. A little bit of Coca-Cola. Get them off of the odd Belgian. Alright. There's the dirties. Right in the middle. Yeah, well, I thought the head was going to disappear, but it looks like it might hang on. It's looking kind of fluffy, nice. Smells pretty good. A lot like one I had a little while ago, and I'm just trying to remember what the name of it was. Chocolatey, licorice. A lot like the other one. And it doesn't really say a whole lot. My head's starting to disappear. Kind of assumed that a bit, but was hoping for the best. Yeah, Coca-Cola, malty flavor, like, again, maybe I did this one twice. A couple weeks ago. I will look back and discover which one that was and post a link below. Because there's another a double, I'm assuming it was exactly like this that I had not more than a couple weeks ago. I'll be damned if it wasn't the same beer, probably. I kind of don't think it was, but it was very similar. Pulling out licoricey fennel in the back, big time. Kind of mixing with the alcohol. A little bit bready up front. Yeah, pretty much a replay. If this is the same beer, that'll be embarrassing. But I won't air this, so. Oh, I could, that would be funny. Yeah. Bit of cola vibe out of it, just like the other one. Yeah, very similar. Yeah, pretty big flavor though. A lot of that fennel, licorice, heaviness, that kind of big, heavy, licoricey, kind of overriding heaviness and texture. Big presence in the flavor is kind of what I mean. Yeah, and you can see it's a lot of color and hazy, but you can see how it's kind of got like a bit of a wateriness to it. You can kind of see how it's a fairly heavy beer, lots of flavor, but it does have a lightness to the body and an extreme heaviness to the flavor. Not a whole lot of head. Slight cola type presence to the body. Carbonation, mouthfeel. minus the sugar, so I do enjoy this over any cola I would ever have. Yeah, it's not. I mean, it's a style. It's I'm sure to the style. It's just this is the style of Belgian beer that I don't get too worked up over. The ones that don't retain any head, you know what I mean? The double. Well, yeah, a tiny bit of yeast in there. Very, along with a lot of real dark sediment. Yeah, reminds me of a Asahi Black. Oh, and the hate mail comes storming in. No, it's not as bad as Asahi Black. I'm sorry. It says I get my Schwerling glass out for my Belgian beers, and sometimes you can help them out. This one's pretty much at a cellar temperature. It's just daddy hit. We restored it. That looks better than the original head. There we go. Let it ungas a little bit. Let this sucker breathe. Oh, there we go. Now there's some aromas coming out of there. Really picking up a lot of the yeast now. Oh, that's better. Yeah, that flattened the beer out a bit. Brought a lot of flavors up into the head. You know, the body's flatter. It's a little more appealing now. Basically the same taste, just enhanced. Probably from all the aroma as well. Yeah, it's actually fairly easy drinking and light bodied. This would be a pretty good springtime, fall time beer. Some major runs on there. Yeah, if you like fennel, licorice, that type of thing, kind of a red ale, kind of on top of a red ale. With a Belgian yeast, this isn't the most outrageous Belgian yeast characteristics. It's not. It's more bready than anything else. A little bit of cloves in there, maybe. Yeah, bready, cloves, alcohol, licorice. This I want to say thin body, but it does have like almost like an oily like texture. Kind of gives it a slickness, a heaviness, so there is presence in the body of the beer, but it is maybe a little bit abnormal from what I'm used to. Not a lot of carbonation in the body, a little bit flatter. It's kind of something I would recommend trying. It's not horrible or anything. It's definitely not one of the more outrageously flavorful Belgians, but it's definitely got some different things going on. Not different. I think there's a lot of beers that are very similar to this one, I would imagine, because I had one. I don't think I did the same one, but it was probably just a very similar take on it. Yeah, kind of a slight nuttiness, like almost like the red skins on the peanut. Kind of a walnut flavor in there as well. Almost like a roasted nut or whatever, but more like a walnut. You kind of get that kind of bitterness from the shit that kind of coats the nut, the skin on the outside of it, the scrotum of the nut. Well, they're kind of a neat bitterness and in the back, and I'm kind of really now grabbing hold of that, and I'm going to say, obviously the hops, a planty hop, almost, if you wanted an association, I'd be slightly reminiscent of like a Pilsner hop, a very planty type straight bitterness, a little bit earthy, a little bit similar to some of your English hops a bit. Definitely way in the back though. Up front, big time licorice. Almost want to say a sweetness, but I don't think it's really be a bit of a sweetness. But yeah, it's anyway. That's the best I can do with this one. Sometimes these Belgian beers, I mean, they're just, to me, they're weird. They can be pretty weird sometimes. So check out the Westmalle or Westmalia, however you would pronounce that. The double. It's a picker upper if you get a good deal on it. It's definitely worth a try because you probably want to get to know this style. And yeah, nothing offensive here. As for Belgian beers, it's not my favorite Belgian style at all, but it's got to be a solid 9 out of 11. Nothing really wrong with it. It is kind of neat. I am enjoying this, believe it or not. The way I'm talking, you think I wasn't, but it's just I'm trying to cope with it. Pulling out some of that cloviness. Yeah, it's actually kind of nice. I'd say maybe after a heavy dark bready, a dessert maybe, or some type of meal that involves rye bread or dark bread or some type of dark banana bread or something in the right atmosphere, this would be amazing. Very old fashioned, and yeah, I'll give it a solid 9 out of 11. Probably worth trying out if you think you'd like this kind of thing, a licoricey thing. This is to me, this is something an old person would like to drink as they sit on their Chesterfield and watch their favorite television program. All right, it's a beer, 9 out of 11. Westmalle Belgian, a lot of licorice, a lot of clove, and I'm out. That's it. I'm sorry, everyone. Apologies. Be a second. I'm out. Yeah.